have this philosophy that your body is the vehicle to where you want to go, right? And so if you think about that in like a literal sense of, let's say, a car, you know, if a car is traveling a really long distance, it has to get mechanical work done and you need gasoline, right? So I think of food as like the gasoline, like this thing that you need like very frequently. And I think of working out as kind of like the mechanics of a car. So you kind of need to do that just to keep, you know, your body, able to do what you want to do. If you don't do it, it's not like terrible, but after a while it's going to catch up to you, you know? So for me personally, I also like to use that as my time in the morning to just really set myself up and kind of meditate in a way. I think working out is the same type of, concept with eating. It's something that you're going to do that's going to take care of your body to allow you to facilitate, what you're doing. So I personally like to work out every day, or mainly in the mornings, just because there's not a lot of times in my day where I'm like super focused. I feel like we live in this very, multitask, do like 2,000 things at one time. So when I'm at the gym, that's like my kind of meditation time to really just focus on one thing. So if I'm working out, if I'm doing an exercise, I try to really focus on that one thing that I'm doing. Meditating is really just focusing on something and aligning your whole body in every aspect. So making sure that your mental and your physical are kind of one being. And so I think one of the first times I ever like really got that feeling was when I recorded like in a booth for the first time, just because the booth that I was in was like literally like nobody was in there. It was almost like a box, and it was quiet, right? You have the headphones on, the noise block, and you don't hear anything. And it's like when you're recording, you really like are kind of forced to focus on whatever it is that you're doing. You can't be on your phone, and when you're doing it, you're really trying to get like a feeling. So it's like your mind, and then you have to actually like be singing and like hitting notes. And so it's this feeling that I never had before of making sure that like I was capturing the emotion, from my mind, but also like being able to like physically, sing well and like do everything in harmony at one time. And so for me, I feel like being in the booth in itself is like its own form of meditation that I don't realize until I don't do it for a while, and like my life gets kind of chaotic. And then like when I just record, I'm like, oh, I feel better. And I think it's because I have that moment to really just get everything in harmony at one time. At Round Glass, mindfulness helps me with my holistic well-being.